Talk to us about what to do when your customer service fails. Scary stuff there.
I know.
But you've got it all figured out, so that's good.
I'm very excited.
Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So where do we start?
Well, people need to understand that when a customer or a client is upset, that it really is our job to immediately respond and be the person that gets them to feel better. Because a lot of times we can't go back in time and give them what they want.
Right.
You know, the meal's already done, the oil change is completed, the experience already happened, and people that are in the service industry or providing any kind of service, when they've got someone very upset, they don't know how to handle it, and they feel like, listen, if I can't refund them money or give them a product in replace of what just happened, I don't know what else to do except say I'm sorry. But there's actually a lot we can do to fix it.
Okay, and you mentioned quickly. That's key, right? You don't want to sit on this.
So it's called immediate service recovery. And the big key is the more time that passes since the event occurred, and I'm talking minutes truly, the more fired up someone gets. And when it comes to your attention, if you're an employee, the very first person that the customer goes to, it should be like, okay, game on, game face, I'm gonna respond to the situation. Even if this was not part of your department or you're just the person who happens to be walking by that they grab, because it's gonna start to immediately diffuse the situation. And that's where we have to start. We have to start with getting the person to feel a little better, and telling them to calm down is not going to make that happen.
Right. We all love being told to calm down.
Yes,
that's true.
My favorite thing.
So tell us, what's the fix? I mean, you already mentioned that the issue's already happened, but is there a fix, quote unquote?
Right. So especially when it's been a personality exchange, someone feels that they have been treated rudely or dismissively, what can I do about it? There's a couple things. And one of the very first things to do is to make the person feel validated in their experience in that moment. Even if maybe looking back, they might have been a little overreactionary or demanding, but the fix truly is to validate it and say, you're really upset. I hear you. I can appreciate this has stressed you out. I absolutely get it, and we're gonna do something about it, and we're gonna figure it out. Make them feel that, you know, you're in there with them and you get it. And the fix really oftentimes is explaining that I hear you and what happened shouldn't have happened. You're right that this shouldn't have gone down, and we're going to do something about it next time. And then you can even offer about what can I do to make this feel better for you? What can I do that will make you still want to come back and not have an unpleasant memory of this experience? And sometimes just talking it through with them, they'll say, you know, it's fine, you know, I understand it happens. But there are some things that we can do, even if it doesn't mean giving them money back.
Sure. So then, you know, if somebody's a bit rattled, how do you get them to calm down without saying, calm down, right?
That truly, there are some things that actually make it even worse. If you sit there and ma'am or sir someone to death, that will not help. So be conscious of saying ma'am, 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 ma'am.
Right.
So don't do that, okay?
Broken record.
Because they're trying to get their attention and snap them out of it. Really, it's saying, I hear you, I get it, we're gonna do something about it, you're right, you're upset, and I'm with you on it. And let's figure it out. And taking ownership over the situation. So even if, again, this is not your responsibility, you're not the manager, when you take ownership, it means that you're gonna make sure that the torch is passed to someone else and that you're not leaving them hanging just in the wings waiting. That I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get somebody, and then you follow up and say, did you call that woman, or did you get that woman standing in the hallway? She really needs somebody to get to her immediately.
Okay, so letting someone know is key.
Because if you let someone sit there and stir, all that's going to do is make them feel as if they don't care about this whole situation, and it's going to fuel the fire.
Right.
That's why having ownership over the situation, even if you cannot quote unquote fix it, you can't be the one that's going to promise the training, retraining of an employee, but that you're on it, or to go back and say, someone's coming, someone's going to be out here, I got my manager on the way. And as trite, as cliche as it might be, getting the manager really helps a lot too. There are creative ways that we can make this situation better. You know, bringing out the restaurant manager or the store manager makes people feel like this was important enough that they brought out the person with the most authority.
Once again, you're heard, right? That was another one of our topics we discussed in weeks prior. So being heard is a big thing.
Because they feel slighted, and they probably also know that nothing can be done about it. You know, remaking my meal won't fix it. You forgot about my kid's doctor's appointment and I showed up and you don't have it on the books. You know, we can't go back in time, right? But at least tell me that this has been an inconvenience for me. At least acknowledge that you're right, this was a fail and this has not worked out for you and this isn't okay. Versus just, it's policy, oh, I don't know. And acting like you don't care is really what makes that customer feel just helpless and without any sort of comfort to the situation, that there's no recovery from the service failure.
And it's really everyone's job, right, to be involved with this quick recovery process. But talk to us about being creative about it.
Well, you're really key that it's everyone's job, because some people feel like, let's take a hotel for example, that the front desk are the only people responsible for taking care of the guest situations. No. Everyone who's an employee at that facility is in charge of customer service, because they could see you in the hallway. And creative things could be like, you know what, listen, here's a coupon, go get a coffee on us. I know this doesn't get you back your time, but at least go treat yourself to something. Or, hey, you know what, we can make this line shorter for you. When you call back next time, call me and I'm not gonna make you wait in the weight room for 30 minutes. It's the least I can do. So you're getting creative with the solutions.
Wonderful. All right, Julie, thank you. Good tips there. So to learn more about Julie, you can head to 7602coach.com.